What's up, guys? It's your boy Craig, fucking aspiring writer, alcoholic in training, fucking what have you, breaking every rule that YouTube's supposed to have about making your own content. I'm feeling really fucking manic. For those of you that don't know, that means I'm manic depressive, and happiness is futile. Luckily, I've been dealing with this my entire fucking life, so now I can make a joke out of it. And that's just the way that life goes. I'm gonna be starting this shit as just a way of covering what I'm writing about, for the most part. I'm not trained. I dropped out of college. Haven't done a lot with my life, but welcome to being a fucking millennial. Sorry. Someone's gotta drink it, so might as well be me, right? So I'm working on a story. It's about relatively someone like me. And by that I mean, I'm probably one of the few people that can say that he's chosen to be homeless before. Most people, it's something that happens, and the others, they're, you know, the kind of people that are like, I really want to fucking travel the world and shit like that. And, you know, train hopping is not the same as being homeless. Train hopping means that you're actually doing something with your life. Being homeless, for the most part, means that you're just on your own and you're trying to figure shit out. Trying to get a job, a place to sleep at night that isn't the fucking concrete behind some building. You're not begging for money all the time. You're not busking or anything like that. But I chose it. I was unhappy. I have family that didn't really give a fuck. And I made friends with these two wonderful people, Kevin and Jen. And I'd go downtown every day, hang out with them. They'd recommend movies and books and anime, fucking what have you, just to like get me prepared for the real world. Which was cool, but I was also fucking 11, and they were recommending stuff like go read Nietzsche, or watch Akira, or fucking so many other things. I had to become an adult very quickly, and they were definitely a big part of that. On the downside, I have become very complacent in my life because of that. Hence the reason that there's not going to be any editing to this. I probably won't actually post this because I feel like I'm not actually worth anyone's attention. And the only reason I have the courage to do this is because I'm drinking. After 6 days of not drinking, because I wanted to make sure I wouldn't get the shakes after basically not being sober for months on end. Go me, didn't get the shakes. On that note though, gotta make another drink while I keep talking. Hey kitty. So, why start recording myself when being manic? I guess I should probably explain that one, maybe, just a little bit. I don't like talking to people when I'm going through this. Definitely not people that I know, because now they're going to be going through everything that they've ever said and making sure that they're not hurting me or fucking you know. They're just worried that they're going to say something wrong, and then it's going to be their fault when I eventually commit suicide. Not going to happen. I tried when I was a child, and by that I mean like 6th grade, and luckily the rope broke, so I'm never going to try again. Does not change the fact that everyone in my life has gone through some pretty fucked up shit, and they've all at least considered it, and they know that I've at least tried it, so what's to stop me from trying again? Not a lot. But c'est la vie. Whatever. I've made it through once. Not gonna try again. And anyone that is considering it, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you succeed, sure, everyone that loves you is gonna miss you. More importantly though, everyone that loves you is never going to forgive you. And I know that the obvious response is, well, I'll be dead, so it's not like it's gonna really make me upset. But you are making people for the next however many years, the rest of their lives, not only missing you, but also resenting you. And themselves. Which, trust me, you don't want that. Everyone resents me. I'm still alive, and I feel bad. I can still fix it. So instead, I'm going through an episode. I've been feeling down for the better part of 3 weeks now. Can't afford therapy because economy, and I never went to college. Well, I never finished college. Because I wanted to major in philosophy, and who the fuck wants their kid to major in philosophy and fund them through that entire school-going experience? Give you a hint, not my parents. Fuck it. I apologize to anyone that actually watches this, because there won't be a way to decipher between joke and reality, but I don't really feel bad about that. You guys can figure it out as you want. I'm not going to commit suicide. I'm not actually an alcoholic, as I've proven by not drinking for 6 days. And I am an aspiring writer. I'm working on a book. Kid finds out that he has been experiencing these recurring dreams where he has been having conversations with Heimdall, the Norse god. And Heimdall has been guiding him through a bunch of his life and giving him advice on, you know, this is going to happen in the future, or this will happen, and you can take these different paths. Some of them are unwavering, so no matter what happens, like, shit's going to go down. Other ones, you can actually kind of play around with it a little bit. And these are based on my own personal dreams that I've had since, I want to say, like, 8th grade. And that's also when my manic episodes started happening. So, yay! I'm not Asatru. I don't actually follow the teachings of Asatru or the Norse gods, kind of. But my roommate, surprisingly, is. And we met 3 years after I started having these dreams. But even I can't deny the fact that if you were to choose a god that relates to what I was dreaming about, and still dream about, Heimdall kind of fits. Because of that, I do have a few rune tattoos and a few other things. I'm not a fucking neo-Nazi piece of shit. I just have the respect for the Norse religion. So he's been getting dreams from Heimdall and being told what to do, essentially, with his life. And he eventually realizes that all religions and all bases for religion kind of have their own ground in the world, and they're all right. Kind of. The gods exist. And yes, I understand that I'm completely ripping off American Gods by Neil Gaiman. But fuck it. That's what success is. It's called stealing ideas and then making them your own. Watch any movie that's come out in the past 10 years. Disney can't even think of anything anymore. They just revamp their shit. So he discovers this, and I believe that you can only write from what you know. What I know is hanging out with a bunch of crust punks, hanging out with the homeless, and not a whole lot more. Everyone that I generally hang out with has basically been on the streets or close to, or they always found a place to stay, but even then they're not comfortable. Let's just leave it at that. I'm in a fucking house right now. I don't know how I got here. I moved out a few years ago now, and we always were living paycheck to paycheck, and now suddenly we're renting a house, and we can afford to, while still affording our vices, aka alcohol, nicotine, some other shit that I'm not going to get into on this video because legality. Truth comes out. So he's basically the guy that can fit in with all religions, mainly because he's an atheist and doesn't actually believe that anyone has a hold over his being or not. Just the same as I like to say that I'm atheist, but I obviously have a deep respect for the Asatru religion. I basically became Buddhist through my own studies for a few years, and I still meditate daily. Obviously, I don't follow the fucking precepts because I'm drinking and smoking, and I eat whatever the fuck I want, and yeah, I'm not a very good Buddhist. That's life. You'll realize that that's pretty much my go-to for anything. So he's going to basically learn the powers, or at least some modicum of the powers, of all religions that are available to him. And at the same time, he makes the decision, much like I did, to leave his family and become homeless. Because, that's what normal, sane people do, right? God, lighting is shit. What's the best? Alright, there. Yeah? There we go. Alright, so he leaves home, leaves his family. They don't really give a fuck, much like my parents didn't. And he starts being basically a street urchin with all of the people that actually raised him in life. Being the other homeless people that were trying to make the best of things and trying to get off the streets, but shit happens, and sometimes you can't make that work for you right away. That's kind of where I'm at right now with the story. I'd like to say that I have an entire plot planned out. All I know is that I don't, and that's always how I've written. But this is the furthest I've ever gotten in writing a story before going, this is complete and utter trash, and just deleting it forever. Luckily, I now have friends that are behind me, and they'll read it, and they will give input and say, hey man, this was good, but you need to work on this, or fucking whatever. So now I'm going to go probably just lay down on the floor in our kitchen, stare at the ceiling, and contemplate life before someone gets home. And then when they do get home, I'll hop back on my computer and start writing again, and we'll see where things go from there. So, this is Craig, Lucy, cunt, fucking whatever you want to call me. I might be doing this on a somewhat frequent basis. If any of you are able to translate coherently what I've been saying all night and you want to have a conversation, please do. I'm in Arizona, and I know that you're not supposed to meet strangers off the internet, but I also met strangers off the internet, and they were all homeless and taught me a bunch of really terrible things. So you're probably not the worst, and we can go out for coffee or something. Might want to delete that part. Probably not going to, because drunk and editing sucks. Anyways, peace out. Just fucking keep doing shit, man. Because every time I'm driving on the freeway, I think a 45-degree turn will fix everything. And by that I mean I'm gonna crash into something or drive off a bridge or something like that, and it's all done. And even then, I don't do it, and I just keep creating. So whether you're creating or you're just fucking working out or anything like that, keep doing it, and eventually you get out of this slump. I know I do, but that's because of my brain chemistry. Peace.